Well, chaps, what's happening? So, today we're going to discuss a copper trade that I made recently. It was a 10 out of 10 trade. It's not over yet, so we're not out of the woods yet, but however, I believe it's pretty much as guaranteed that this trade is going to be max profit. I really wanted to do a run over of this trade because it fundamentally was fantastic and the analysis was fantastic, and I think there's a lot for you guys to learn from it. So, very quickly, here's the account at the minute. As you can see on the last video where you were able to see my account balance, I think it was $6,000 up, so we're now up 6.8k on the futures account. Yes, I know not everything in here is futures. I've got a couple cash secured puts and some earning strangles, but on my trading plan, which you have access to if you're part of my Discord group, you can actually see that I allow myself some buying power to do these if I'm below 50% buying power. It's expanded up to 55% right now, so no more new trades. Apart from futures, I can go up to 60%, and that's it, including my bill. After I go above 60%, I've got to start selling some bill to allow for the buying power expansion. Anyway, let's get straight into the copper trade. So what you can see, I actually sold a lot more of these on my second account as well, but majority of them are here. So if we go out on copper here, we're going to go, it was like 20 days out when I made this trade, but right now it's 13 days out. What I actually did was I was selling calls at between the 6.75 and the 7.75 strike. Now, if you look at the bid-ask spread, you're not going to get paid hardly anything anymore. You know, right now at the bid, you're only getting paid $13 each. However, I was filling these at about 0.025 each, which is $62 each, and I sold 4 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. I actually got filled for $100 on the 7 or the 6.75. So we are making absolute bank right now. Just on this account, on these trades here, it's $500 in less than 20 days. And look at the delta, guys. Zero. A zero delta. Let that sink in a second. A zero delta. Maybe thinking, what's the buying power requirements? Only $1,170 capital required per trade. Obviously, that'll expand if it gets closer to the money. But that is absolutely incredible, guys. So you may be thinking, okay, well, what's the risk? Yeah, you have an infinite loss to the upside. You have an infinite loss, but let's not get scared by that, because let's look how far it is out of the money. So the 6.75, we'll go by that one because it's the one closest to the money. The 6.75, here's the copper chart. We're going to get rid of this line. We're going to go from here up to 6.75. In fact, I have to zoom out a lot. Even more. 6.75. That is 47% out of the money. So copper would have to rally 47% in the next 12 days for us to lose this trade. That's not happening. Guys, that's not happening. Now, what about the other strike, the 7.75? Well, how far is that one out of the money? The one I went heaviest on? Well, let's see. 70% out of the money. You guys really think copper's going to rally 70% in the next 12 days? No, certainly not. And in fact, I think it was 19 days to expiration whenever I entered this trade. Copper was not rallying 70% in 19 days. In fact, here's my analysis that I did. I created this chart. I went and downloaded the market data from Yahoo Finance, and I created this lovely little chart. What this chart is it shows at the bottom the date. So this is the copper price movement. So in all of copper's futures history, here is the largest percent moves that we have ever seen. The largest percent move we have ever seen to the upside on copper was 39.53% in 19 days. So in a 19-day period, the most copper ever moved in history was 40% to the upside. Notice that our strikes are 47%. And 70% out of the money. Copper's never moved that. Ever. So I went super high on or super aggressive on these. So what was actually happening is the bid-ask spread's all wonky. You can actually see there's some of these that are still really wonky. The bid prices were just, like, there was a massive bid-ask spread. But the bid prices, the odd time you'd keep seeing like a larger bid price come up, and I was just taking it. Every time I seen one, I was selling it. You know, I was taking that contract off someone, and it sucks to be them, because it must have been an institution that had left orders or something open by accident, and I'm very glad I seen it, because obviously now there's no chance of getting any more. But the fills have been absolutely fantastic from this. So our year-to-date P&L right now is sitting at 6.8k. In 13 days' time, this will be about 7.5 just from this copper trade, because I did take some on the put side as well. A little more risky, mind you, but even still a 0.01 delta. That is fantastic. That is just incredible. So yes, we are set to make a lot of money from this. The P&L isn't going to show up here yet because the bid-ask spread's so wild. So the only thing I can do is wait for these to expire. And unfortunately, there's absolutely no chance I can close these. Not that I'd want to anyway, because it's definitely not rallying that much in that short amount of time. That is pretty much all I wanted to discuss in this video, to be honest with you. I really wanted to give you a rundown on the thought process. And the entire thought process was around this chart that I created, the 19-day percent change. And you can see right here was the highest at 39.53%, which give me super high conviction. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to join the Discord to get all my trading signals. If you want to have a chat, there's other like-minded individuals there, and make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me. I'm only just getting started on here, so I would really appreciate as much communication and commenting and helping with the algorithm as possible. Thanks, guys.